everybody. Welcome to the party where the nuts hang. It's just a rap thing.
And we're back with episode 41 of The Sounds of Struggle. I am Chris Parrish.
Hi! And I'm Shaun Martens.
Yeah. How's everyone doing? And we're with Special.
Yes, we are. So, how was everyone's weekend, Mr. Martens? I heard you did some wrestling. I did. I worked the Pure Power Wrestling show in Lethbridge this weekend and came up just a little bit shy, wrestling massive damage, but I'll get him next time.
Well, he is a legend. It's very hard to get a victory over him.
I've got a victory over him.
Yeah, me too. What the fuck?
I got some splaining to do. No comment.
Did he get you with those chops again?
Oh, yeah.
If there's only one move he does that's not a chop. I mean...
I'd say knee drop, but he blows knees out.
Exactly.
Moving on. Well, what's he going to do? He's going to hear this? Well, fight me. I'll take you on. I'll just attack your knee. What are you going to do about it? I'll literally chop your knee. What are you going to do about it, massive damage? Nothing. You ain't got no knees, bitch.
This week's episode is brought to you by The Knee Bar. When you want to take bastards out, use the knee bar.
And have a drink.
Yeah.
Go to the knee bar.
Yeah.
It's quick. It's efficient. It tastes good. The knee bar. We do it all.
They just don't set the bar. They're the knee bar.
Yes. I can't wait till the knee bar grows in popularity. Whoa.
It'll be the biggest joint out there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it will. What's up?
What's up?
Yeah. So we were talking about this earlier. John Jones could be suspended for up to 4 years now. But Parrish, you don't like the fact that DC has been reinstated as light heavyweight champion.
I don't like the fact that they're just giving him it back, the title back. I think they should make a match for the title, and he should be in it.
Even though he was champion, they made it a no contest, which by default gives it back to him.
It just makes the whole thing look stupid in my eyes. It's like, hey, look, you still lost to a guy that basically owns you, no matter if he's on coke or not.
Well, yeah, but that's the problem. Is
or
that
steroids.
I don't know if we've ever seen him not on something.
Yeah, we did, and he was really good when he wasn't on it.
Well, that's his own fault for being stupid.
But at the same time, Daniel Cormier, as a respectable champion, should be like, okay, look, I just don't want a title given to me. And yes, I know how hypocritical that sounds, seeing how that's how I won the CWC title. But we're not talking about me. And,
all hail King Parrish.
And besides, I actually earned my victory to do that, so fuck you.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah, exactly. Lick it, losers.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, but I think you should defend it, soon.
No, but, I just think they should put him in there with somebody else, and that is for the championship.
I think the question would be, who would be the next number one contender then?
Who?
Stealing everybody's gimmicks, brother.
That's what we do.
Why are you guys asking me? Because I don't have a goddamn clue.
Well, I mean,
Brock Lesnar? Have him cut some weight, make light heavyweight, 205?
Maybe Conor McGregor will eat a hamburger and he'll get up there.
Let's ask when we get any member of the 205 Live roster. They can all take him on in the gauntlet match. There we go. We're booking it. Yeah, John Jones and Noam Dar. Here we go.
No, Enzo's right there. He deserves it. Nobody is more...
Let's put Enzo in that spot. Yep, but we're not talking about John Jones. We're talking about Daniel Cormier.
Isn't it funny that in UFC, 205 is a light heavyweight, but in wrestling, it's a cruiserweight?
We're just heavier set people.
Yeah.
What do you want from us?
So, no, I just think they should make a match and the winner is the next light heavyweight champion. Just don't give the title back. It means the title means nothing if you just give it away.
Yeah. You know what? I think I have the perfect match. Jose Aldo versus Amanda Nunes. The winner is the new light heavyweight champion.
Amanda Nunes is actually a big fan of the Oilers now.
Well, then she can be a multiple champion fan of the Oilers.
And, Oilers, man, you could have picked a better fighter. I'm just going to say that.
Like Paige Van Zandt?
Well, she's hotter, so I would have taken...
Hot! No comment. It's because you like boys.
Royalties.
Yeah.
You owe me a lot of money.
How about take it up with my agent? Aren't you your own agent? Don't take it up with my agent. Moving on. You're gonna be taking it up something, that's for sure. Anyways, apparently there's a Japanese tech company that's buying small ad space on the Golden State Warrior jerseys. Fuck yeah, they are. Do we know what that Japanese tech company's name is? I bet you they make shampoo.
Is it Nintendo?
It's a tech company. How the hell? What is it, like smart shampoo that washes the hair for you? Hey, if the WWE can have a match at WrestleMania over a make-believe shampoo commercial, I like to think the Japanese shampoo companies are that profitable that they are putting in ads on jerseys.
Maybe it's Mr. Sparkle.
Mr. Sparkle! Yeah, see, Mr. Sparkle. I love Mr. Sparkle. Point is this something we should fear for other sports coming up soon?
No, it's just basketball doing this because, well, let's face it, basketball is run by selfish bastards.
They're run by Southwest bastards?
Southwest. Oh, don't take their airlines. They're almost as bad as Delta.
Delta, we'll fuck you in the ass, and then you'll have a nice day.
Yeah.
Wasn't it United? Point is, they all suck. Yeah. You name me a good one. Air Canada.
Actually, I like WestJet.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
WestJet for the win.
I heard Air Malaysia's really reliable. They only got lost once and never found again. Well, like, take statistics, like, get lost once, but how many flights? Like, are we talking like 10 flights? Like, 1 in 10 chance is pretty decent. It's only 10%. That's good odds. Yeah. I'll take the 10% odds. Also, Kobe's having both his numbers retired. Bullshit. I don't know. Parrish, talk. It's what you do.
It is what I do. It's what I do well.
Yes, it is.
You tell me one player who has worn 2 numbers and has had Hall of Fame careers.
Jerry Cheevers? John Jones.
Yeah. He was high and low.
I don't think cocaine and steroids count as numbers. They just count as, well, I guess, depending on how many times you took them. That could be numbers. That's good.
Yeah, he was 1 and 2.
Yeah.
He was 1 year, now 4.
Yeah, I don't know. Doug Flutie?
No. We don't count CFL.
Hey. Ooh. Throw down!
We'll get there. Just hold it. No.
Hold your dick. Hold your dick in your hand.
I mean, I think there are 3 players in the NBA who wore 2 numbers that, are legit Hall of Fame guys, and that is Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James. LeBron James just never wore 6 long enough to where he'll get retired with the number 6.
But he wore it long enough where he won 2 championships.
On a team where if you didn't win it, you are just absolutely brutal.
They didn't win it twice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did.
No, they won it twice, but there was also 2 times they didn't win it.
Yeah, but he still won it twice.
But he also didn't win it twice.
Yeah.
So that's twice as he's brutal.
No, I blame Dwayne Wade or Chris Bosh.
What about Dwayne Wade?
He sucks. Anyway, but Michael Jordan also, he chose 45, sucked with it, and then went back to 23.
Was that how old he was when he came back?
Probably. I don't know. I think that was his baseball number.
Was that
because he did really good at baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the number I'd pick.
But at the same time, when you look at the career of Kobe Bryant, you remember him as both numbers.
Do you?
I do.
Well, I don't. I only remember 24 because I don't really follow.
When he was playing with Shaq, he was number 8, and he was an amazing basketball player then.
Won 3 championships.
And then there is his post-Shaq days where he was number 24, and he was absolutely one of the best players in the NBA.
Oh.
So there are 2 chapters of his career, and each chapter had each number.
So is there anyone you can think of in any league, any sport, that has multiple numbers that you would actually retire their second number?
No, see, you know what? I actually thought like a guy like Tanguay, when he played in NHL, wearing 2 numbers was weird. He was 13 and 40.
But in the same year at times.
Yeah, and
it's weird. Like at home he was 40, and away he was 13. It's weird.
So like, the fact that a guy like that, if he was to have a Hall of Fame career, would you not retire both numbers?
Didn't he wear 40 more though?
But, I mean, at the same time, he wore both numbers.
Yeah.
But here's the thing with Kobe Bryant. He actually had extensive periods of time wearing both numbers where he had a Hall of Fame career.
They actually showed up numbers side by side, and numbers of wearing just 8 or just 24 were Hall of Fame numbers on their own.
Yeah.
I guess he's all right.
Kobe Bryant will go down as one of the best players ever in basketball.
Yeah, for now.
Ever.
He's only the best because we weren't there.
Ever.
I am far too white for basketball.
That's just racial profiling.
Yeah, man.
And I approve of this
Larry
message.
Bird says, go fuck yourself.
Larry's not white.
Well,
Larry's
not
clear.
white. Yeah,
That's
Yes.
a little bit of all
that's
white.
a great line.
Yes, thank you.
I see the reference, and it's a little bit of all right.
Yeah, it
I
is.
said it was a little bit of all white.
Oh, that's even better than what I said.
Okay, so keeping with this, Milan Hajduk is going to have his number retired.
What's a what?
That's hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Colorado having his number retired. My question is, what fucking number was he?
23.
Do you think he warrants having his number retired?
It's by Colorado.
I don't think anybody
Good point.
was having a number retired.
Gretzky.
That's a 1 in a million thing, though. Like, has there
I
ever
think
been
honestly-
anybody else that's ever worn the number 99 ever?
Couple. There's, I think, 6 others.
Yeah.
Don't ask
Roman
me.
Reigns wore it in the CFL.
Roman Reigns is a piece of shit.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Yeah. Point is, there's 1 or 2 other people. But the same, like, I think Michael Jordan could have his number retired. I wouldn't have been upset with it. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that wear 23, but...
I actually, I heard at one point LeBron tried to get the number 23 retired in basketball by every team, just like 99 is retired in the NHL by every team.
I think, honestly, there may be 1 number retired, yes, but no others. I think they should all be honored, but you should let players wear whatever the hell they want.
Well, in football, your number is your eligibility. Like, you have to be specific numbers to be on specific places on the field.
Really?
Really?
I thought they got rid of that.
No.
Yeah, but in football,
that's
they
dumb.
also retire less amount of numbers than any other
They don't
sport.
really retire the numbers. It's more honored.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
I mean, there's, like, that's what
So
I
if
mean.
I'm 93, where am I placed?
You'd probably be
Defensive
in the
end.
backfield.
Actually, that's probably where I would play. So
You could be a wide receiver.
Yeah. The
Wide.
system in the NFL and the CFL are different. In the CFL, it's only your ineligible receivers, so your offensive line have to be from numbers 50 to 64.
Oh, okay.
And then any other number is an eligible receiver. It's so that the referees can easier see who's downfield, who's an eligible receiver. Judging by numbers. So you can't just like line up and sneak your way down there like that.
Because we all know CFL officiating
It's
is
fantastic.
top notch.
The NFL, you have to have specific numbers, like 0 to 19 or something is like a wide receiver,
No, because Terrell Owens was 81.
as well as 80 to 94.
There you go.
Well, that's not true at all because Tom Brady's not a wide receiver. He's a quarterback,
And he's number 12.
but he only gives a quarterback.
But I know, but he's a backfielder, ball handler.
You're a backfield ball handler.
Okay, but here's an exception.
This is going
though.
off the rails.
Here's an exception. Montgomery of the Green Bay Packers is a running back and he wears 88. He also switched positions last year, but he never actually changed his number.
Nothing makes sense anymore. Life is a lie. Nothing is real.
Clown's gonna eat me. Clown's gonna eat me.
Can't sleep.
Clown's gonna eat me.
Yes.
Nah, I'm Pennywise.
Sure. Well, carrying on.
quite
Did anyone see the Conor McDavid video?
No.
Oh,
That
the
is
one where he disguised himself?
Yes.
Yeah, that was funny.
Hilarious.
Was he an egg?
No.
What? No.
I don't know. He said he disguised himself. I expect Connor
No,
to
he
be an egg.
disguised himself as other people to say how good Conor McDavid was and how deserving he should be as a cover athlete.
Oh.
It's actually really funny. You should look at it. I didn't realize he had that much charisma.
Oh, is this for 2K18?
No, NHL.
Well, NHL 18, but yeah,
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah.
2K sucks, except for wrestling games.
You're 2K.
Because NHL used to do 2K games, and they were horrible in
Different
comparison to
company, they
EA
suck,
Sports.
Yes. Also, different topic. Vegas Golden Knights had their first ever game. Well, I mean, it's preseason, and it's against the Canucks, so it's not much challenge. But they destroyed them 9-4.
Yeah. If I was Gene Principe, I would have said
Oh,
that
wow.
game, the pretty much the one-liner, is Wong seems right.
Because Tyler Wong, who is the former captain of the Lethbridge Hurricanes, 3 goals, 1 assist.
Yep.
Killed it.
How about those jerseys?
They look good. I know Paris and I talked about it earlier podcast, episode 4.
Go check it out.
Go find
Just
out.
listen to them all.
On iPod or iTunes. Podbean.
On iPod.
Well, you can on an iPod. I listen to them on
But on
an
iTunes,
iPod.
Google Play, and Podbean. Also on the YouTubes.
Ooh, YouTube.
What the fuck is a Podbean?
Exactly. What's a Podbean anyway? You listen to it all there. All 41 episodes, including this one. Go listen now. We'll wait.
What's a Team Woo anyway?
Exactly.
And we're back.
Did you guys... Well, you might not have heard, but...
No, probably not.
Lupul failed his physical. He refutes it, saying the Leafs cheated him out of his spot because they're trying to get rid of him.
It was actually funny because a lot of people don't know if he's actually flat out saying the Leafs are cheating or if the process itself is cheating. It very much seems like he's calling out the team.
Yes.
And I think that's great. So the fact that I own an Oiler Lupul jersey and he's making fun of the Maple Leafs, I now have a little bit more respect for myself.
Yes. But I do think it's funny that they said he failed, and there's a lot of stories coming out that the Leafs have done a lot of things over the years about trying to basically bury players so they don't have to pay them, put them on long-term disability, all this stuff, and he's like, no, I'm good to go. I think that's kind of funny.
Well, we've seen him play when he has been playing. I don't think you were.
I don't know the last time he did play. Was that 2012? When's the last time he wasn't hurt? It's been a while.
Last time a Bush was president?
Yeah. A couple quick signings. Pasternak re-signed 6 years, $40 million deal. Damon Severson signed 6-year, $25 million deal with Devils. Panthers trade Jason Demers to the Yotes for Jamie McGinn.
Yeah, did you hear why that was the trade?
No.
Because they apparently tried to trade Demers to Vancouver for Branson, and he nixed that trade.
That's funny. Because why would you want to go to the Canucks?
Yeah, but Branson also was just traded from Florida to Vancouver, and now Vancouver is willing to trade him back to Florida.
That's pretty funny. That's really funny, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, there's something, even though you might not be a hockey fan there, Mr. Martins, you
What?
can get in on this.
I'm getting in on everything.
Ovechkin, yeah, you do.
That's
Ovechkin released a statement about the Olympics saying it's really shitty that he can't play. You know, it sucks. I really wish to be there. I love to support my team any chance I get, my country even more, blah, blah, blah.
Damn.
My question is, and the IIHF actually banned the NHL players as well as the NHL banned NHL players from going. So it's not officially not happening now. So, 2 parts to this. Part A, Canada's going to fucking lose. And lose bad. That's going to happen. I can actually see a team like the Czech Republic going far this year, who the last few years have not been good. Part B, can the AHL players go?
No, they can't.
Because they're still under contract?
They're under contract with the NHL because a lot of the AHL players are actually contracted through the teams that are contracted through the NHL.
Okay, so if that's the case, can the people in the ECHL go?
No.
So anybody affiliated with the NHL in any sort of capacity can't go?
Correct.
Really?
So who the fuck's going to be on Team Canada? Ryan Smith going to come back, I guess?
Jerome McGinley?
Yeah.
Shane Doan?
Great. We have 3 guys. Perfect.
Well,
Robbie Shrimp?
We're fucked.
Yeah. I mean, he can create.
Hey, look at the bright side. I mean, they did the thing with Jaromir Jagr saying, like, well, at least I get to play the Olympics.
Yeah, but Yager's also retired from international hockey.
Really?
Yeah, he did that a few years ago.
You think he'd come back, though, if he's not playing anywhere?
Nope. Why would he?
I don't know. Something to do. Because it's fucking Jagr. He's able to do whatever the fuck he wants.
it's not a game of cribbage.
Amen. Don't diss cribbage.
I'm not dissing cribbage. I'm just saying you just can't pick up, like, international Olympic hockey like you would pick up a game of cribbage.
It's Jaromir
When you're
Jagr.
Jaromir Jagr, you can do whatever you want. You could bang your teammate's girlfriend and get away with it because you're Jaromir Jagr.
It's happened. There's been pictures.
Yeah.
And she was hot.
I still think, okay, maybe you should put him in your Meniac and Shaun because I think he deserves it.
Maybe down the road if he does something else awesome.
Yeah.
I can't backtrack.
If he could bang Carrie Underwood, then do it.
And have Mike Fisher give him a high five during?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd get it for sure.
Give him the key to Nashville.
Is that a sex thing?
No, because I'm assuming that
Sounds like a sex thing.
I'm assuming Carrie Underwood and Mike Fisher probably have the key to Nashville.
There's a gate you have to go through? Oh, I'm never getting into Nashville now. Fuck.
Yeah, it's called Carrie Underwood.
Hide in Ruru's bag.
Ruru! Yeah! I like that. Small side for baseball. Cleveland got a 22-win streak. They're the AL Central champions. Good for them, I guess. They're going to blow it again.
Yeah,
I mean, they're Cleveland, so.
They're going to job in the first round.
Cleveland sucks.
I don't think they're going to jump first round. I bet you they'll get to the second.
Drew Carey's happy.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Poindexter, fuck. He can suck a dick and die.
The price is wrong with Drew Carey.
Bitch. Shaun Martens, this is directed directly at you.
Why would you direct something directly at me?
Eskimos are 7-5 now.
Yeah, they are.
The fuck?
Right?
Yeah.
Why? What are you doing so wrong to make them lose?
It's sad times, Meniac. It's
Yeah,
sad
it is.
times.
It's a bad time to be an Eskimo fan now. I blame Mike the ref.
I blame Mike the ref too. Such a Rachel.
Yes, he needs to be more of a anything but that.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also, NFL Week 2. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's team? Fantasy and otherwise?
Oh, I'm doing good in fantasy.
That's good.
My
After having David Johnson get hurt in both my leagues, yeah, I'm doing pretty good otherwise. 2-0, 1-1, so I'm good.
Did you say 2-0, 1-1-1?
No, I said 2-0-1 and 1-1.
And the other. Gotcha. How's your team doing?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, how are the Saints doing?
You know, shut the fuck up.
Oh, so they're doing well. That's good.
If anything, I actually lost a bet for actually saying how bad they were going to get beat, and they actually did better than that. So
you just can't win anything with them.
no, I can't at all.
Fantastic.
Their defense is killing me.
Fantastic. How about yours? You're a Seahawks?
My Saints defense is almost as good as the Eskimos' defenses right now.
So bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it sucks.
Leave Odell alone. He's doing his best. He's
Odell-
got no support.
Odell Beckham
Support.
Jr.
No, Willis.
What you talking about, Willis?
What you did there, you Gary Coleman.
Not defense, because we don't got none. No, we don't want none. No, we don't want none.
I was just thinking.
By the way, AJ wore a mask in Japan
I saw
love
that.
it.
It was sweet.
So good.
because he wanted to give Japan some club love. That was the reason why.
Some club love? Is that a sex thing?
That also sounds like a sex thing.
It's love in the club. Yeah, he's wearing the old masky. I like it. The broski with the masky. Nice.
See, at least I can
I'd-
segue my shitty team to something else. You got nothing.
Yeah. How are the Seahawks doing?
No comment.
Okay.
Royalties.
Packers are 1-1. I haven't watched a game yet.
Seahawks are 1-1 actually. I've watched all the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, not football. Fuck football.
However, your Packers were the ones that beat my Seahawks, so
Take it
Fuck
in the
you.
ass.
How do you like them apples?
Take it long, take it hard. In the rectum. Rectum. Damn near killed him.
they were rotten apples.
Yeah, they were. Oh, you're not talking about me. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Anyways.
yeah.
Shall we get into the wrestling?
Yes.
Okay, what do we want to start with?
How about Kevin Owens headbutting Vince McMahon?
In the fucking face!
It was
Well,
tremendous.
Forehead.
That's part of the face.
No, but it's the same.
Point is,
Being
The
specific.
listeners at home might not have actually seen it, so you got to be a little bit more descriptive, a little bit more specific.
oh,
I know you're new to this
they
video.
haven't seen it yet. Oh, spoiler alerts.
Vince got fucked the fuck up.
Yeah, in the face. With Kevin Owens' face. He faced his face with the face, and face fucked his face until he bled out of his face.
Yeah, the guy that finds everybody else for blading did a blade job and bled everywhere.
In the face.
In the face.
Yeah. I enjoyed that.
But lately we have seen more blood on TV. Just in
You
general.
can't say that about the women's matches.
Well, maybe once in a while.
Yeah. Point is, yeah, no, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. Thoroughly enjoyed that.
Very good.
I feel there was a period of time where we could say something about this. I just
going to
don't
hell.
know what.
Yay. Yay.
But, I mean, No, I mean, you'd have to think Kevin Owens is lined up for a gigantic push since he's the one who was able to beat up Vince McMahon on TV.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you guys feel like this is setting up as an attempt for a second coming of Austin McMahon?
No.
No.
Maybe Owens McMahon.
I actually kind of feel we're maybe lining up for an Owens Triple H WrestleMania match.
Could be.
That's possible.
Could be. I do like the fact that it's Shane versus Owens in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, I do. I actually think there are two matches that are actually prime for Hell in a Cell on the SmackDown brand, and not one of them are either the Chicks match or the actual heavyweight title. I think it's New Day and Usos, and I think it's now Kevin Owens, Shane McMahon. Those two matches are the only ones that are personal enough where the Hell in a Cell is needed.
I agree. This storyline feels really familiar to any of us Ring of Honor fans that had watched Kevin Steen and the Jim Cornette feud.
How dare you insult Vince McMahon like that?
Speaking of Jim Cornette, he's done with GFW. Speaking of which, GFW is done with GFW.
Well, Cornette can't get into Canada, and they're doing their Bound for Glory pay-per-view in Ottawa.
The one good thing about Canada,
Jim Cornette's not allowed here.
we don't like polyester in the forms of James E. Cornette.
This is truly a great country. I love this country. And fuck Jim Cornette.
So much hate for Corny.
Yeah, I'd punch him right in his cornhole.
I am Cornholio.
Yes.
I need TP.
But yes,
Put my bunghole.
I just found out that apparently GFW is no longer GFW. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when the guy that owns the rights to GFW happens to be a raging alcoholic and gets fired from the company. So now he takes his rights, kind of like his ball, and he's going home.
It's not like this ball got released. We still have yet to
His
know.
balls were released.
We still have yet to know why he actually left.
Well, mostly because he's a drunk.
No, I think there's actually something more to it.
Karen Jarrett left him.
News alert.
Yeah, she found someone else. I do like the fact that Scott D'Amore and Sanjay Dutt are now booking that. I think that we might see like an increase in actual matches and stuff.
Actual wrestling story.
Now that Sanjay Dutt is actually helping with that, how much do you think the X Division is going to see a gigantic push into?
I think we're going to see a surprise switch over, and it'll be Jinder Mahal.
Why? Why would you do that to us? Like,
I'm not doing it.
I was on a high note with the X Division and TNA.
It's because
it's still TNA to me. Damn it!
Because X stands for ecstasy. Because you're a drug addict. Clean yourself up.
It's all about the X Factor.
See, X being ecstasy.
See, he can make a comeback too.
Let's hope not. Let's truly hope not.
Hey, what's his face?
I'd rather be in China.
Wasn't Maple Leaf Muscle Petey Williams like also coming out of retirement?
He did come out of retirement. He is on the active not GFW, TNA. It's not TNA.
Impact?
I don't know if you can say that. That Anthem company, their roster. He's on their active X Division roster.
The Anthem Owls.
We can say Impact because that's what I think they are again now.
Is it Impact?
I'm pretty sure.
All right, so Impact.
Anthem owned Impact, so if it's Anthem, they are allowed to use Impact.
Man, Dixie Carter got a good time.
Let me talk about singing anthems. I got lost.
So how did we trail off the Kevin Owens thing?
Because he made a comment about Cornette, and I went off on a thing about Cornette.
Can we finish that one, maybe?
It's done. Fuck Cornette.
Can we fucking stay on topic for
See,
once?
not fuck Cornette.
I would. I'd straight up butt touch him with my dick. In and around his mouth afterwards. Big ol' ATM, bud. He can taste what his shit tastes like. Humbling. Fuck his ass. Make him humble. Break his back.
Fucking bullshit.
Yes. Cena Reigns. Are we enjoying this so far?
Are we gonna talk about like the fucking Pope now?
Can we go back to Owens?
Like,
Let's go back to Owens fucking the Pope. Let's do that. I don't give a fuck.
Like Elijah Wood?
no, Elijah Burke.
You know what?
Elijah Wood's an actor, man.
I would much rather see Kevin Owens fuck Frodo Baggins. That would be fantastic. It would be like almost watching him beat the shit out of a kid, but it's not a kid. It's a really hairy.
That spot was
adult.
blown worse than Elijah Burke.
That spot was blown worse than a
tremendous.
porno.
You need a role model, bro. Come on, you're better than that.
In the words of Shug Helms, what's up with that?
Elijah Wood? Fuck are you
I love
thinking
Frodo
about?
Baggins.
It's the ecstasy. He's on ecstasy.
Enough.
Whatever,
Listen to this.
whatever Jeff Jarrett had,
If
I
they're
think you're
listening
having
to
a little bit too.
If they're listening to this by now,
Slap
they know.
nuts?
Slap bets?
What?
Slap nuts?
What?
What are we talking about?
Fuck.
Anyways, so we're going back to Owens,
Owens.
fucking a hobbit. What's going on with this? I'm back on the subject. What are we talking about?
Let's forget Owens fucking a hobbit.
Okay, it's hard, but I'll try.
One ring to rule them all.
It's a cock ring.
Apparently, it's a. No.
Big
I'm
meaty
just gonna.
Okay,
No comment.
back to what I was originally saying. Cena versus Reigns. What are we thinking of this so far? We enjoying this?
It is what it is. It feels rushed to me, though.
Oh yeah, they could have definitely built this up more.
Like, why does it have to be at No Mercy? Why couldn't this be like WrestleMania or Royal Rumble or SummerSlam?
Because fuck those pay-per-views.
Like, don't you think this is bigger than a No Mercy?
I feel like they're trying to build No Mercy to be bigger than what it should, just because of the market that it's serving.
Sure.
It's in LA.
I actually think the only reason why they're doing Cena and Roman right now is because they're capitalizing on Braun Strowman right now.
That's possible.
I like to know why I don't feel shitty, because for the first time ever, I'm excited to see John Cena bury somebody.
I think it's gonna be good. Actually, the whole back and forth on the mic's been all right. And
Would you call it back and forth? Because I call it a slaughter.
yeah, 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Yeah, it's kind of like watching Eskimos in the last 5 weeks. It's one-sided.
Yeah.
pretty much.
I hate to admit it, but you're right.
We're watching either one of the first 2 games of the New Orleans Saints. Just
Hey man, when we had the ball, we actually did something.
Yeah.
that's great. You lost. That's what you did.
Our defense, on the other hand, got absolute. Let's just say they put less of a fight than those 13-year-old boys did to Jared.
Are we sure they're boys? Not that I want to go into this, but I didn't hear anything about that. Point is, we're moving on.
Segways.
Speaking of segues from Jared, Maurice is pregnant.
Okay, we need to be serious about this, because my man, Mike the Miz, is about to have a baby with his beautiful wife, Maurice. Congratulations, Mike. You deserve it, brother.
Why does he deserve it? Explain to me how
Look
he
at
deserves
Maurice and tell me he doesn't. He is awesome.
Well,
Everything he does is awesome. Tell me one bad thing Miz ever did.
his whole first gimmick.
Yeah, the real world.
Everything he did reality-wise.
Well, that's not wrestling. That's not the Miz. That's Mike Mizanin. And it
How about
was-
the Diva Search where he forgot the number on live TV?
Yeah, but didn't Christy Hemme win that?
Now she's
That had
having-
nothing to do with Mike Mizanin, though.
Yeah, but Mike Mizanin brought me Christy Hemme every week. Thank you, Mike the Miz. You are amazing. You
And
are
now
awesome.
she's actually ironically having quadruplets.
Probably Mike's.
So probably the Miz is.
So many.
So
Mizes.
what you're saying is the Miz is very fertile.
Yeah, just like his dad and his dad's mullet.
That's terrible. He looks like David Crosby from Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Yeah.
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 Just throwing that out there.
So Cena Reigns, we never really finished that either.
I feel like this is going to be a common thread tonight.
like
What? Finishing Cena and Reigns?
I
mean,
think
you do what you gotta do,
Cena's
bro.
going to finish Reigns is what's going to happen. I
yeah.
think that there is some truth in what Cena's saying about how Reigns can't do his job, because people just aren't emotionally invested in anything that Roman Reigns has to say.
Besides kids and women.
A lot of it has to do with it being the cool thing to boo Roman Reigns, but a lot of it has to be that Roman doesn't do anything to get anybody's attention. He doesn't put himself in that emotional plane and where you become invested in him and give a fuck. He's just been that unbeatable force for too long.
I have a different way of looking at this. We looked at John Cena and Roman Reigns in the last 10 years as the only two guys to have both as equal of a negative reaction as a positive reaction when they come out. This is true.
True story.
They're probably the two best, quote-unquote tweeners in wrestling right now. What happens if this is a ploy just to put these two up against each other so the fans actually feel forced to cheer for one?
Oh, they'll cheer for John Cena. Guaranteed.
But at the same time, now John Cena is being cheered opposed to booed. Therefore, Vince McMahon found a way to make the fans go from booing someone
So you
to
think-
cheering someone.
You think it's just a sick game on Vince's part?
I'm just. Would you not think Vince would try something like that?
Oh, absolutely. And
But at the same time, who's to say this isn't a way for us fans to make our mind if whether or not we actually like one or hate the other or like the other?
I think this, for me, is going to be just a simple situation of, I just want to see them both get hurt. I just want to watch bloodshed. I'm just enjoying it.
I want to see both guys. Well, I want to see John Cena raise the game of Roman Reigns to where we say, you know what? This guy is good. Now, okay, I can see why they're pushing him down. I want Roman Reigns to step up his game to the point where he shows his worth. But if he can't do that, he's going to get buried alive, both verbally and both physically in the ring, because he simply just isn't as good as what the brass thought he was.
So we're going to have our first Buried Alive match since 2010. That's cool.
Without the dirt and the shovel, baby.
yeah.
Well, that pretty much takes away an entire Buried Alive match.
Speaking of baby, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish are now being called the Undisputed Era.
They added a female to that group too.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
Who?
I forget her name.
Have they actually added it, or did they tease it?
At one of the tapings.
But they teased it, though.
No, she left with them and she joined the group.
Hey, man.
That's just called a fan. They're going to have some fun.
Yeah, because, rats aren't a thing, right?
Well,
Brother.
Brother.
Yeah.
brother.
But they also were targeting, a Pete Dunne, possibly.
Which is surprising to go after the UK championship, of all things.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't think...
But look at the guy who holds it. Why wouldn't you want a guy like Pete Dunne on your side?
Didn't they attack him, though?
Yeah.
No, they attacked the other one.
No, they attacked Pete Dunne.
They attacked him.
Did they?
They let him put the title down, then they attacked him. They almost teased it, and they attacked him.
Okay.
And then Wolfgang decided to help, and he got his ass beaten. Pete Dunne left, and the other two, and then Mustache Mountain came out.
Well, first, Pete Dunne teased coming back to Wolfgang's aid, but in a funny turn of events, actually just saved his title and left.
I think that's great.
I loved it.
That's what I've done before, except for I've never been attacked like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Point is, I like what they're doing. I just think it's kind of weird they're going after the UK championship, but I mean, if it gets a 3-on-3 match, I'd be okay with that.
I mean,
Well, I think the addition of using more UK guys on the NXT right now until the UK show becomes a thing, which I don't think it necessarily needs to be.
I don't think it should.
I do like the fact that these top UK guys are being added onto the NXT. Very much helps establish the NXT product, especially when you see, the Asuka's leaving, who's on Raw, which we talked about before. Yep.
All three of us. Vince, you're listening.
But then now there is a possibility of the Authors of Pain being moved up to SmackDown. And then you have but at the same time you're losing these people on the show, so you need to replace them. You have these UK guys, and now you have Mustache Mountain. You have the Bobby Fish and the Kyle O'Reillys stepping in. All of a sudden, now your tag division gets better.
Dragon, if you want.
It's just like, I have a theory about what they should do with 205 that I think very much will save 205 Live.
Cancel it.
I'm willing to bet it does not involve Enzo Amore.
It does not.
No.
But at the same time, I don't think Enzo Amore does not need to be used in 205 because I do believe he serves a purpose.
Man.
I believe Johnny Gargano should be the guy to feud with Neville right now. And I think he is the perfect baby face counterpart to Neville's heel. So when that feud becomes a little stale, you can have it end with the returning Tommaso Ciampa coming to 205. And that, even though you took these two guys off of NXT, the resurgence of the UK guys and these additions with the Adam Coles and stuff like you don't miss it on the NXT, but you also add to the 205, and now you have players on 205 Live.
I like it. Book it! Book it, Vince!
Just saying.
Yep, Vince, book it now, 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 book it now.
And we know that Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano feud will be a big thing. So if it's on 205, now you have a reason to watch 205 because you're going to want to watch these matches.
I'm not going to lie, I don't watch 205 Live.
Yeah, I don't know either. But
And when was the last time you saw Ciampa and Gargano wrestle? Was the CWC The Cruiserweight Classic.
Nice clarification there.
Yeah.
King
Well, I guess officially wrestle each other, yes. So wrestle singles, yes.
Neville is the king of the Cruiserweights. I am the king of the Canadian Wrestling Coalition.
I thought you were the king of the Canadian Wrestling Coalition.
I just said that.
Oh, okay.
Literally just said that.
I'm not paying attention. You're talking about 205 Live.
Yeah, 205 Live is just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Elsewhere, New Day, new champs.
Who cares?
Interesting.
I care.
You know what? Why even have the Usos there? If you're just gonna rebound, like, hot potato, like, man, like, just because you have the New Day doesn't mean they need to be tag champs.
I agree.
And I don't think they should be. I think the Usos right now are the best tag team in wrestling for the WWE. And I think it's an absolute joke that they got, less than a month reign.
For the third or fourth, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm personally getting a little tired of the New Day Usos tag feud that's been going on, and it doesn't seem to ever want to end. And here's why. It's not necessarily because I'm getting tired of watching Uso versus New Day matches, but we have two teams the caliber of the Usos and the New Day, and they're only being used against each other, where we could have two excellent tag team matches if you had, say, the Usos versus Breezango and the New Day versus the Ascension. Let's bring some of these other teams up and help them elevate their game and raise their stock within the SmackDown tag team division instead of focusing only on two teams. Every other team seems like an afterthought.
Yeah. We could do that with one team. Us. Just saying.
Well, we have tag team championships that are more prestigious than the ones held by the New Day.
Damn right.
And we've done a couple things that have, shocked the landscape of a company. Just saying.
Landscape, I like that word.
Yeah.
It's like what my gardener does.
You have a gardener?
Except for legal.
Yeah, I don't pay him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Green cards. Nice.
Yeah, I picked him up at Home Depot. But moving on.
Sounds about right. Speaking of Home Depots, John Cena Sr.'s in the news.
He works at a Home Depot, doesn't he?
I don't care.
He's probably like in the plumbing aisle.
Oh, he plumbing because he's a shits. Point is, he has a thing about he doesn't like Charlotte, Alexa Bliss, Jinder Mahal, a few others. Why are people giving him the time of day?
Oh, so you're saying...
Who cares?
So you're saying there's a crack in his opinions?
Yes. I just said so. My point is, who cares?
Real
Why are people
journalism.
actually interviewing him? Like, when has he ever had anything that's of any value to the wrestling industry?
It's the same reason why people give a shit about Mrs. Dad.
I don't.
I do! Mrs. Dad is awesome!
Why don't you go get adopted by him, you fucking fag?
I'd love to! Mrs. Dad, if you were listening, my name is Shaun Martens. I'm 1/3 of the Monster Pro Wrestling Renegade Tag Team Champions, and I would love it if you would adopt me.
We're pretty soon going to have one less member if this happens. That's the
Go
line.
out on my own! I'll join the Mr. Raj! Let's make this happen!
That's the line in the sand right there. You get adopted by Mrs. Dad. It's over. That's it.
And then you can go to whatamaneuver.net, where you can find all your vintage One World Empire and original struggle gear.
And you can reminisce about how you used to be part of a great faction. Now you're just an extra in the background of Raw.
My heart would be broken.
Exactly.
But then again, he'd be on Raw.
I'd rather be doing what we're doing instead of on Raw behind the Miz.
Rather be in China, I get it.
Yeah. One night in China. I spend a week in China right now.
That would be the X Factor.
Ew. That's gross. So, Mae Young Classic winner. You were right.
Kairi
Sane.
We all said that.
What's next for the classics? Because clearly they've done the Cruiserweight, the UK, women's. Should they do a tag team one now?
Isn't that the Dusty Rhodes Classic?
But that's only for NXT guys. Indie tag teams that are making a name for themselves.
I think the Dusty Rhodes Classic should happen again, but it should also be expanded, like you said.
I think they should do a Mexican tournament. To be honest, I think they should evolve in it. They should, like they did the UK tournament. They should do one for Mexico.
As long as it's better than Triple Mania.
Yeah, a lot less injuries, hopefully.
Everything on that show was garbage.
I didn't watch.
But I think that's kind of your new place now, because you've attacked, Europe in that sense with the UK, because you've got, a bunch of surrounding countries. China and I mean, unless Japan won.
Man.
Japan, I don't know. That one you could do, but that would be tough.
WWE is going to be they're going to be in tough with going into Japan right now.
My thing is, too, is that how many more of these can you do and how many more stars from countries can you take away and then not use them?
Yeah, but you also have to give these time, too, because they, from what I've heard, do want to establish a whole production crew in the UK. And this does take time. So if this is able to turn out, and they say hypothetically are able to produce a second performance center in Europe, that
would be huge.
That would absolutely change the landscape and just complete how dominant the WWE is on a global stage.
That's true. They would be worldwide.
Yeah, prestige worldwide.
Exactly.
So, like I said, give this time. The fact that the main core of the UK guys are now being heavily used in NXT, I think that once this UK thing becomes a thing, the fact that the Pete Dunnes, the Tyler Bates, the Wolfgangs, who's the guy I'm missing?
Trent Seven.
Yeah, Trent Seven, and
even
possibly Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews, yeah.
And then you have other, like the Aleister Blacks or Finn Balor or the
Would
Nevilles.
Aleister Black count? Because technically he's from Amsterdam.
Yeah, because that's part of the UK. Because they had guys.
It was kind of like a just if you're in Europe thing. for the
Yeah,
UK
I guess
tournament.
that's true.
But the United Kingdom is a surrounding area. It's not just Britain, right?
And Aleister
No.
Black was on that
Yep.
special.
He was as Tommy End, yes. But no, I'm more saying, like, technically the Netherlands or Holland or whatever you want to call it is not technically part of the UK. It's next to it, across a little bit of water.
I mean, nobody cares about the Dutch.
That's true. Ask Austin Power's
Hey, man,
father.
their chips are amazing.
That's old Dutch.
Like the Dutch,
Still Dutch.
the Dutch Crunch.
There's new Dutch, old Dutch. I just prefer the old Dutch.
And double Dutch rudders.
Yeah, man. How dare you say nobody cares about the Dutch?
They'd come up with some
One
of the best
tastes
stuff.
good, the other feels good. How dare you?
And then you can do both with your friends.
I now realize that I love the Dutch.
See?
Yeah, you do.
I changed your mind, just like I did with Thank You Girls.
Which, by the way,
No comment.
which,
More
which,
royalties.
by the way, Hurge jumping in to help Ruby Riott, that was weird, but whatever.
Yeah. The fact that William Regal said, "I can't, in good conscience, give you a handicap match," and then the bell rings and it's a handicap match. You must find a tag team partner, but you didn't.
One found her.
Okay, can we actually go back to the Monday Night Raw where Angles told Rollins and Ambrose that they have to find another team to help them out because he can't put two guys against four, and then Ambrose said, "Oh, we found someone," and then Angle's like, "They have to be real people," and Ambrose's reaction was just absolutely classic, where he's like, "Oh."
Yeah. Good time. I like those two.
Just like, good on you, Ambrose.
Also, Shield.
That's why you are the titty master.
Shield reunion is
wonderful.
that a thing? Do you think that's going to be a thing soon?
The what?
The Shield reunion is that going to be a thing soon? Do you think?
No.
I do believe we'll see Shield and a certain club eventually in the next year or so.
Mania, maybe.
Just in the next year or so.
I think I honestly think the thought in the office is that Roman is beyond that.
Yeah, but I think this is his test with John Cena right now.
Which he's going to fail.
If they want him to be the number one babyface and he completely fails against John Cena, putting him back with the Shield is the way to go.
Also, has anyone noticed how low John Cena bumps? It's always lower back. He must be in considerable pain all the time.
Yeah, but his lower back has more muscles than any of our bodies combined.
That's true.
John Cena also, like, if you watch John Cena bump, he will take everything on the elbows, and he overdoes every bump. So if he's taking a German suplex, those arms come out like he thinks he's a big T throughout the entire move.
That's true.
So-
He is one of those guys, I think, that the athleticism doesn't come to him naturally, and he overthinks every little movement in order to compensate.
So he's like Dolph Ziggler, except non-athletic.
He's like Dolph Ziggler, except for not at all like Dolph Ziggler. Okay, cool. Starrcade. It's going to be a thing again.
Yep, live event.
Excited.
Event-
Greensboro, North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Parrish just said that.
No.
It's an echo, asshole. Asshole. See, there's an echo in here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was called an asshole twice.
Exactly. So, we excited for this?
2.
There you go.
One fall. Yeah, I'm super excited for Starrcade. It was probably my favorite WCW pay-per-view. It's the original WrestleMania. I am more than excited for Starrcade to make a return.
So, are we thinking that next couple of years we'll see this as an actual pay-per-view as opposed to like a live event? Like kind of how Roadblock was kind of a thing that became a pay-per-view?
Roadblock is also no longer around.
Yeah.
What a shock. They got rid of one.
But at the same time, Roadblock actually were a lot better than what we were expecting.
Yes. Oh, also this just in, Great Balls of Fire to replace WrestleMania next year.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, exactly.
WrestleMania.
I'm surprised to see Vince bring back Starrcade, just in the fact that it was WCW's biggest creation.
But at the same time, he's not bringing it back as anything major. He's bringing it back as a live event.
That card is better than any pay.
Or a network special, which is, I think, what it'll end up being.
It is a network special,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
It'll be like what,
Roadblock was first year.
for the most part, yeah.
I thought those live event network specials were better shows than the actual pay-per-views. Well, that means I owe you guys a beer.
No,
Yes, it does.
which means we have to go back and see if I want a helmet.
Yes, you did.
You probably did.
Anyways,
So.
There's nobody here.
is there any other WCW pay-per-view you'd want to see other than Starrcade?
Bash at the Beach.
Okay.
I want to see them actually wrestle on a beach. That would be hilarious.
Okay.
But for the most part, I'd love to see War Games.
Ruru getting sand between his toes.
I would just like to see fucking Lana get sand between her toes.
I'd love to see her get sand between her titties.
I was taking the PG.
Oh. Well, I'm going the R route. Titties! But seriously.
Speaking of Lana, nipple slip. That was a thing lately.
Yeah,
Wait,
that was
what?
nice.
Yeah,
How did I miss this?
because you weren't on the internet.
Titties!
Yeah.
Fucking.
It's on the internet. Look,
Yeah.
look it up. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
You're so worried about trying to be the Mrs. Dad's son-in-law that you forgot to see a titty.
Not son-in-law. I want to be adopted.
That's what a
Same thing.
son-in-law is.
No, it's not. That's
Actually,
when you marry the
that's-
daughter.
that's
Does
where I
Miz
have
have
to
a
get
sister? Because that's even easier.
Might actually. We could look it up later. I'm sure.
You'd be a son by law.
Yeah.
Son-in-law.
No, it'd be son by law, not son-in-law. But anyways, point is, War Games. I agree to that. War
cages.
Games. Yes, 2 cages.
Okay, would you not love to see Shield versus Bullet Club in War Game?
You know what? Either that or get the Wyatt family back together. I'd like to see them in there somewhere too. That'd be good.
Does Eric Rowan still have a job?
Yeah.
I think so. They're him and Luke Harper are going to re-debut soon. Don't worry.
Yeah, they are supposedly the team that attacked Breezango.
I heard that was scrapped, and then it's going to be the Colognes.
The Colons? I thought they left. Are they still around?
Yeah, because one got hurt.
Isn't that always the way for the Colognes?
Yeah, but that's
Yeah. I bruised my colon.
it's a cream colon.
Yeah. Cream colon. The best kind of snack.
Yeah, cream Colognes are so good.
So good.
So good.
Actual snack, people.
True story.
Actual snack.
Local 7-Eleven, check it out. Japanese, it's a thing. You'll love it.
All the 7-Elevens, just the one in Red Deer.
Actually, yeah. Other than that one Red Deer, I've never seen it anywhere.
Well, it's because it's like a Japanese thing.
You're a Japanese thing.
You're a Japanese thing.
I wish I was.
I'm not a
Japanese
towel.
Konnichiwa!
I'm not a towel, you're a towel.
Yes, we're gonna.
Oh, man. I think I've been seeing more focus out of a TJ this weekend than you guys.
True story.
No.
On a
No,
very,
you didn't.
on a very,
True.
on a very serious note, unfortunately, Bobby Heenan has passed away. That comes as a blow to everyone in the wrestling community. But at the same time, this might sound very selfish. I'm kind of glad because last time I saw him at CAC, he looked really rough. So hopefully, if he was suffering, obviously suffering's done now, and that's
Well, his daughter came out and said the reason why he passed away was trouble in his organs and that it was just his time. So I don't think he was suffering, but at the same time, I don't think he was living as happily as he could. So as much as it is sad to see him go, it is nice to see him reunite with Gorilla Monsoon,
they can come.
Andre the Giant, Mr. Perfect, Rick Rude,
Owen Hart.
just the Heenan family is where I was getting at.
Owen Hart.
Because he now completes the Heenan family up in heaven.
Man, and now he can commentate everything going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he can piss off Gorilla Monsoon more, and that's
That's a little bit of our...
It's struggle-licious.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yep. I don't know. There's nothing really I can add to this. Rest in peace, Bobby.
Yes.
If you stay with me, you'll go to the top. If you don't listen to me, you'll never be seen ever again.
Let's book some people. Let's book. Let's book. Let's get a higher note and happy and book.
I think we need like an actual gimmick, like music lead into this.
Book me, baby, one more time.
No? Okay. We'll work on that. Okay, here's my thing for you guys. Pick a star from WWF, WWE, that you feel was not booked or used properly, and rebook them now.
What about
anybody from any age?
What about WCW?
Sure, I don't give a damn.
AWA?
Fuck, why not?
Actually, if we go WCW, I'm going to say this one. Chris Jericho.
Yeah, but he ended up getting a lot of success.
Yeah, in non-WCW.
Okay, let's pick one from WCW, one from WWF/E.
Okay.
How much time do we have?
Well, it's our podcast. Who cares?
Yeah. You think there's anything else relevant on the Edmonton Sport Podcast Network? Sorry,
Look
Mike.
at you, Time Popo. What's up, bud? Are you paying for this time slot right now?
I've had
the
one-
cost is zero.
I've had one bar in the battery since the beginning. You think I care?
The answer's no.
Boom, 56 minutes, and I still have one bar.
Well, snap.
Yeah.
Pick! I only have one bar!
Why don't you go first?
WCW? Well, I hadn't thought about this. I'd go 3 count. I would make
sugar
them...
cane.
Yeah.
Sugar Shane.
Sugar cane.
I'd pick 3 count, and I'd make them take on NWO. Just because it would be funny. Literally no other reason.
Like, are we talking like 3 count with Tank Abbott?
Just think.
Sure, why not?
You got 3 count against the 2 Sweet.
Yeah.
That's a lot of numbers.
And then 1 Tank Abbott.
For life.
Against the 1 Warrior Nation.
Or 1-man gang. I don't really care.
Yeah, that's not WCW, though.
I don't care. I'll bring him in. Continuity at this point doesn't matter because it's not around.
Actually, in all defense, if I go WCW, I actually would go either Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit? Wasn't he that actor in Back to the Future?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Not at all. But they did.
Crispin Glover.
But they did correctly predict 9/11, though.
Good call.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Another thing that fell very
Holy is a penalty.
yeah. But yeah, no. If I was gonna go WCW, I think I'd pick one of either Jericho, Benoit, possibly Eddie Guerrero. But
Malenko?
No, because I think Malenko actually did as much as he could in the Jericho angle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think another one that actually didn't get the full potential in WCW might actually have been Diamond Dallas Page. Actually, Booker T, probably another.
I think if you're to like either company, Diamond Dallas Page definitely got the short end of the stick when he made the jump to the WWF. I think he was far more successful within WCW.
Yes. I don't know. Who would you pick for your WCW? What would they do?
Oh, geez, my WCW pick. Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
And I think I would have done what WWE did with him after, and actually gone with him and let him play the small man, the little dog in the fight. Instead, they had him relegated to the cruiserweights, and then later on in the New Blood, where they actually took Rey's mask and just made him into this big Mexican stereotype joke.
Actually, I'm going to change my pick. I'm actually going to pick Raven.
Okay, what are you going to do with him?
I would actually take his group, who is known to be basically a flock of losers. And even though his initial incident was not to have any success with this group, I would literally have the Ravens flock all of a sudden become kind of like this myth, kind of like the oddities were in WWE, how they just became accepted because nobody else liked them. But if you didn't want to cheer for the NWO or the WCW, you got this flock who's a little bit different than everyone else coming up. And then you'd have Sting versus Hulk Hogan versus Raven in a supremacy kind of and I would actually have Raven be that guy.
The image of Raven standing in the ring with those guys is interesting.
Yeah.
I think he's probably technically superior to both of them. However,
And in wrestling, if there's one guy who can hold a promo with anybody, Raven is that
I
guy.
thought you were going to say Roman Reigns.
We're talking WCW.
Also, what are you going to do with Rey
WCW.
Mysterio? You never did say what you're going to do.
Well, I said that I would bring him up. He would wrestle against the NWO. He'd wrestle against the Giant.
You mean he wouldn't get lawn darted against the side?
And he wouldn't get lawn darted. He would actually overcome the odds. You would do that.
He would lawn dart Big Show.
No, he wouldn't lawn.
No, you'd strap him to a board and slam him against a ring post.
I like it.
But they would just that underdog story that played out so well for WWE in the early 2000s. It could have played out the same way for WCW had they not made Ray a joke.
No, fair enough.
Well, I don't think he necessarily was a joke, but I do think that...
Definitely became a stereotype.
Yeah, I definitely saw the cruiserweights go from being something that made
unique.
the WCW unique and different from WWF, but at the same time, they weren't treated like the big stars that were the Hulk Hogans, the Ric Flairs, the Lex Lugers, the Kevin Nash,
Nobody's
Scott
the Ric
Hall.
Flairs.
No, but at the
The
same
Ric
time,
Flairs.
well, even Ric Flair wasn't Ric Flair in WCW for a lot of the time.
Not at that point, no.
He was Flairic.
Flair wasn't the NWA Flair in WCW
He was definitely
during the NWO time.
Ric Flair pretending to be Ric Flair.
He's Rick Nair
Because he uses an air on his balls.
on his hair.
Oh.
Yeah. But no, going back to mine, I do a 3 count, and they constantly go against NWO, lose. LWO, lose. 4 Horsemen, lose. They'd go over to ECW, try their luck over there. They'd lose.
BWO would beat them.
BWO would beat their ass. And then they come into the future thinking they'd be better. And they face us. And they'd lose badly. And I mean badly.
Who are we talking about again?
3 count. Without Tank Abbott.
Oh, Sugar Cane.
Yeah, should Kane. Anyways,
How
that's
small is your attention span?
Squirrel!
I'm watching the football game through the window.
No, fair enough. Okay,
Jesus.
WWE/F. Who would you change? What would you do with them? What about you?
Christian.
What would you do with them?
I'd actually, as soon as he turned, actually, I would have had him turn on Edge when Edge actually got a main event push into that light. When Edge was Intercontinental Champion, and that's when Christian turned on him, that's not when I would have done it. I would have waited when Edge would have
That
got...
song was so good.
I would have got it when Edge, say, won his first title and he was still there, and then he turns on him. And then all of a sudden, by association, he's in that mix. And then instead of always having constantly just pushed down, like he was during that Cena kind of run where he was making fun of Cena, and then he eventually left for TNA.
And New Japan.
Yeah, I would have actually put him over in the first or second Money in the Bank and had him become a champion that way, because I think it benefits Christian to win the title more that way than it would Edge.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I like it. I'd change Ken Kennedy. I'd have him drop the Kennedy, and bring out Anderson.
Well, he was schedulally supposed to be Vince McMahon's son.
Everyone at one point was. Fucking Hornswoggle was.
But the thing with Ken Kennedy was he won the Money in the Bank.
They got hurt.
And then was misfully diagnosed with his injury, so they took it off him, only to realize 2 weeks later that his injury was far less worse than what it was. And this has been admitted on At the Edge Christian podcast by Ed.
Yeah.
So to the point where he had the push, and then he was staled back, and then never got anything back through it. And at one point, he actually was getting more and more over every week, to the point where you expected something to happen, and then all of a sudden, boom, that one injury and mishap with his injury absolutely killed any steam he had with WWE.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing with Orton was just...
Yeah. What I'd do is I'd have him go back right when he won the Money in the Bank, I'd have him start beating the shit out of divas. For no other reason than my entertainment.
What is he, Randy Orton?
Yes.
Or Christian.
Yes.
I mean, Christian also, not only did he clothesline the shit out of Trish Stratus in their Battle of the Genders matches, but he also pinned Molly Holly for the hardcore title after slamming her in the face accidentally with a swinging
How do you
door.
remember this stuff?
Because I was talking about it 2 days ago.
Don't look at me. It's him. He's a machine.
Yeah.
Point is, I'd have him just do it indiscriminately. Come down.
This is why you're aligned with a guy like me. Not against a guy like me.
Yes. I'd have him start coming down during the.
Fuck the Mrs. Dad.
No! You gotta leave the Mrs. Dad out of this.
You brought him in this.
We're talking about Ken Kennedy. Why'd you bring him up? Now I don't want to talk about it. I'm done. Who would you pick?
I'd pick Zack Ryder.
Okay, tell.
I'd do something with him.
Like what?
More than that's been done!
So you keep the Intercontinental title on for 2 days?
At least.
Okay.
No,
He actually never got it for a full day, though. That's actually...
that's the thing. No, like, I think the U.S. title run should have been more. At one point, he had gotten himself to the point where he was the most over babyface in the whole roster.
Besides CM Punk.
Besides CM Punk.
Yeah.
But
Or Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan really wasn't as over at the time.
Oh, he was slow. The yes thing was a thing. Was starting to become a thing at that time.
But so was True Long Island Story.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's true. Then all three of them came down through the crowd, and then for some reason they just buried him.
Yeah.
And then he was kayfabe injured because of Kane
And
Cena.
threw him off of a thing after Cena made out with his girlfriend in front of him.
And then Eve Torres kicked him in the bro nuts.
And then eventually...
Yeah, that was the payoff.
And then eventually before that, he dropped the title to Jack Swagger with no build-up. That was a waste of time.
Yeah.
The one thing I have with Zack Ryder is every time that he did get hurt, like when he got hurt and then came back, he took no chance to reinvent himself. And you see guys like Chris Jericho, guys like Edge, or other people who had got hurt came back with a little bit. Even Neville came back and they had that little bit of an edge or something.
A little bit of an edge.
But they just had that different degree onto their character. Zack Ryder has yet to truly change.
I feel like the character has actually regressed, actually.
And that's what I mean. He has to get away with his woo, woo, woo. And tell that anybody who woos can literally, like just fuck off or something in like a PJ way. But he has to boo the woo. Zack Ryder.
Boo the woo.
Yeah.
Boo the woo. I like it.
Yeah. See, already I'm creating something. But that's what I think Zack Ryder's issue is. He needs to evolve in himself.
I think Zack Ryder's issue right now is Mojo Rawley, but that's a whole nother topic.
He did walk out on Tuesday after the tag match, so...
But at the same time, where does he go? Where does he elevate himself to? Does he do the same thing?
A YouTube show again.
No, the YouTube show won't work.
Says you.
I honestly do believe
Tried it twice.
that the next best thing for both Dolph Ziggler and Zack Ryder right now is to team up themselves.
I would agree with that. That would be tremendous.
Take on. I like it.
And they can become the Cleveland Indians of the WWE or the Cleveland Browns.
The Brown Indians?
Yeah.
Is that too much?
Okay, fine. They're the Redskins.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Oh.
Okay.
In the words of Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Eskimos. Sorry, I just thought we were talking about everything that should be changed from last week's episode.
No, all that, and that's all nonsense. And to go back and listen to last week's episode to hear all of our actual opinions on that. There's no way that we...
Shaun Martens doesn't care at all. He doesn't even chime in.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah. A little bit. Okay. Shaun Martens, coming up. What do you got?
I got a couple of dates this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah?
Yeah, you do.
What's his name?
And where does he live?
Not that kind of date guy. I got a couple of wrestling shows to work this
There
weekend.
you go.
And then what do we got coming up? We got Monster Pro Wrestling coming up on October the 7th.
7 years I've trained with the Dolphins.
And then we have PPW coming up October 21st. And Canadian Wrestling Coalition on October 28th.
Yeah.
And that means that the dates that I didn't list are open, so promoters, get at me.
Get at
Shaun Martens on Twitter.
Or
At Headline Shaun Martens on Instagram.
Or
Oh, that's pretty much it.
would have been an email or something.
Well, yeah, you can email me at frog_splash@hotmail.com. And if I get anything from you stupid marks, you're going to get something back.
You are such a mark yourself. Frog_splash.
I was 12. Yeah,
Sounds like you still are.
I am.
You still are, Marv.
How old are you?
6.
Well, there you go.
What's your point?
Maniac,
Yes.
what do you have coming up?
Yeah, Meniac.
I have some super secret stuff going on that I can't divulge here. And October 7th. That's about it. That's it. At Twitter, Instagram, all that, at WrestleManiac. You want to email me because you're a promoter or whatever, WrestleManiac@yahoo.ca. I check it once a day. So, Marks, you want to leave me stuff, go for it. I check it once a day, I'll probably just delete it. Unless it's good. Then I'll keep
Stupid
it.
marks.
Then I'll keep it. What about you, Chris.Parrish?
King Parish.
King.Parrish?
I'm the KCP. Kind of sounds like a Russian mob. That's kind of where I'm going.
KCP. That's like...
It's like the KGB, but better.
Yeah, because I'm not Russian. But no, I also have October 7th booked as the Monster Pro Wrestling, which I believe you two will be defending the Renegade Memorial Tag Team titles, and I'll be in a number 1 contenders match for the provincial title.
Everyone
Is that
everyone touch fingers real gingerly.
And then, because I was not at the last Pure Power Wrestling show due
you were
to
not.
He's unbooked forever.
I was at the wedding of one Bobby Sharp and Kat Von Hees.
Congratulations, guys.
It's
I've never met them.
yeah, you have.
I've never wrestled either one of them.
No, that's true.
Not once.
Yes, you have.
Especially Kat Von Heath. I've never wrestled her 7 times.
So I have a little bit of thing to talk about the brass at PPW next time I'll be there. Wondering why the
We have to switch to stainless steel.
well, the Irishman got a title shot and I still have not. And then Massive Damage is a number 1 contender
I'm sorry.
and I still have not got an
Have
opportunity.
you seen my chest?
Horseshit.
Did you see what that
Is-
Mongoloid did to me?
He raped you? In the
Yeah.
chest?
It's horseshit with a capital FU is what that is. So
Full horse shit?
yeah. And then again, CWC got to find out which sorry bastard wants to get embarrassed by the king.
Ooh. I don't
Because let's face it,
I'd say pick me, but I can't be there.
the Book of Pride is behind me.
You're very prideful about that.
Oh, well, I shaved that ugly bastard bald.
That ugly donkey.
I mean, he looks like G.I. Jane. Doesn't
Yeah, I wish we could glue
But
his hair
not
back
nearly
on.
as hot.
G.I. Pride?
I really wish we could glue his hair back on.
I don't actually, because he kind of looks
It
like
makes me sick.
he kind of looks like a thumb, and I think it's funny.
It makes me sick.
Looks like a thumb.
Kind of.
Ew. My thumb's disgusting.
Like, yeah, I know.
I should keep it under my ass.
Is that how you get nosebleeds?
Yes, it is.
But yeah, so yeah,
What?
all the dates that the headline mentioned, you can find me there as well. You can email me at chrisparish@hotmail.com because I'm professional. You can follow
Okay,
me.
you can also email me at bookshawnmartens@gmail.com. Does that make you guys feel better?
Oh, now you just have all these emails.
I have
Which
all-
ones do you?
How many you got? Because I could go for days.
Oh, I got like 6 actually.
I've got 1. I guess I'm just not.
Get with technology.
You can also
for everything.
reach me on Instagram at chris.parish or at the Twitter at chrisparish, or you can reach us on the Twitter
The Twitter.
at Tag Struggle.
Or on this podcast at Tag Struggle SOS.
Yeah. And
Don't bother listening to anything else in the Edmonton Sports Podcast Network because it's not worth your time.
Well, you can if you want to fall asleep.
yeah. But if you want to stay awake and listen to absolutely nonsensical stuff for about an hour and 20 minutes, then check us out. Because we have 40 other episodes that we can bore you with.
Or entertain.
Yeah. It all depends on how many beers you have prior.
All of them.
Indeed.
You have to have all of them.
All of the beers.
Because we can guarantee with saying that we had some prior, so we only expect you to. And if you don't like booze, then
Go to hell.
yeah,
Go to hell.
you have issues. Because it's a beautiful thing.
Healthy issues?
Go to hell. Go to hell.
So that does it for episode 41 of The Sounds of Struggle.
For Shaun Martens, I'm Chris Parrish.
And Uncle Meniac.
Why uncle?
Yeah.
I feel like no.
Did he touch you in a weird way? Or,
Actually, I did.
I was wanting to talk to you about that when we were alone, and
You can talk about it now. I'm not shameful.
Just remind me, and we'll get to that.
What kind of uncles did you have?
Let's just say it.
But how come I'm one of them? I ask you first, and you say yes. Some bitch.
No comment.
Money!
Mrs. Dad has now walked out of this conversation.
Mr. Mom.
Oh, not Mrs. Dad.
Mrs. Dad, Mr. Mom.
You have some very weird aunts that has just scared people.
You don't know the half of it, brother.
I don't want to know the half of it.
I kind of do.
Because
We'll talk.
because
Therapy
I'm
session.
1/3. You two are the other 1/3.
And
That equals 3/3.
and 3/4.
Because together we are the struggle.
Tag struggle.
131.2% chance.
No, we're Tag Struggle 3.
Tag struggle 3. Tag struggle 3. God damn it.
And we are real.
But
We are spectacular.
okay, that was weird.
Later. Bitches!
When your heart's pounding out of your chest, you can feel the thing shaking as you're running out of breath. If you're ready to rock, we'll just let it